When it comes to Mega Man, the original Mega Man anyway, I do have respect for the entire series, but only a handful of games truly stand out for me. In my opinion, Parts 2, 6, 9, and 11 represent the very best of what these games had to offer, while the rest were par for the course. This includes Part 3, which I didn't find as interesting as 2. But the title that I feel has been the most overlooked is the topic of today's video, Mega Man 10. 2008 was an interesting year. It was a time when the old technology was giving way to the new, and so for a while, we had this mindset of marrying both, a practice that still goes on to this day for some things. I mean, you know the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And video games were certainly no exception in this regard. This was when the first retro revival began, when, among other titles, Mega Man 9 was announced, an excellent throwback to the NES days. So, striking while the iron was still hot, they followed it up with Mega Man 10 just a couple of years later. And they made some nice improvements with this one, such as the ability to play with multiple characters and an automatic weapon scroll. That way, you don't have to keep pausing the game every time you want to switch weapons. Beyond that, it's your run-of-the-mill Mega Man, with the achievements and challenge mode being welcomed additions as well. Just off of all of this alone, you'd think that the game would earn my recommendation to play. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows with this one. Mega Man 10 has a few glaring issues that I do feel that we need to discuss. First off is the music. While a couple of these tunes are absolute bangers, Mega Man 10's soundtrack as a whole is mediocre. Most of the songs don't stand out and are certainly a downgrade from Mega Man 9. In fact, that's a great way to sum up Mega Man 10 as a whole. A step down from Mega Man 9 and certainly a step down from the classics. But it's not just the music, it's also the difficulty and level design. On easy mode, Mega Man 10 was a comfortable journey as I tackled all of the Robot Masters. But by the time I hit the Wily stages, I was bored enough that I had already checked out. Then when I cranked up the difficulty, it just got downright frustrating. And I know, the simple solution to this is get good. But what's the point in doing that when you're not enjoying the experience? That also extends to the level design. The reason why the game is comfortable on easy mode is because it blocks certain pitfalls, making areas more accessible throughout the levels. But every time I did die, even with that, it felt like the death was from a lack of polish, not my own novice skill. So, to test my theory, I went ahead and booted up Mega Man 9. And instantly, I could tell the difference. Oh yes, it was hard. Fucking hard. And I did die several times. But it's that good kind of difficulty. The kind that subtly guides you along, egging you on to continue whenever you fail. As you inch your way past every screen, learning enemy attack patterns and gimmicks as you go. Then, before you know it, you've beaten the level and claimed your reward, with consistent level design aiding in that experience. Every time I died in Mega Man 9, I felt like it was my fault, and the game was teaching me how to do better. I did not get that same experience from Mega Man 10. But to be fair, Mega Man 10 is at least as good as the lesser titles in the series, such as Parts 4 and 5. If you enjoyed those, chances are you'll enjoy this. But if you want my final word on the matter, when it comes to the retro revival era games, I'd rather recommend Mega Man 9. It's a much better experience. And on that note, it's time to end the video. So, this is the Xtreme Nerd ending with, it is so surreal that vinyl, the physical media that has existed since at least the 19th century, has outlasted every other form of music media in the time since. That includes 8-track, cassette, CD, early MP3s and iPods, and is keeping pace today with digital streaming. Let that sink in for a moment. Cheers.